Final question, Chair, if I may. So if we do not get the ceasefire we're all praying for in the coming weeks...
We have to get the ceasefire.
But if that is not the case, and we see the abomination that you've described in the intolerable continuation of the situation in Gaza, will the government go further to take measures against Israel?
Yes. Yes, we will. On the question you raise around recognition, I'm not going to set a time frame because I've explained that this is a moving, live situation. There are delicate ceasefire negotiations underway. I've explained the issues that sit within that and whether we will get a ceasefire. I'm hopeful that we will. And alongside French and Saudi colleagues, we are discussing recognition. But my indication and my instinct is I actually want things to change the situation on the ground. I don't think I and the committee disagree with that, but there will be a judgment call, and I'm not going to tie myself to a calendar because it's convenient for a soundbite. There's a judgment call that quite properly you would expect the government to think very hard about.
My last question to you. So in the last 24 hours, we've heard reports that the so-called Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, where at least 700 Palestinians have been shot whilst waiting for food. There are further plans to expand on that, where the Israeli Defense Minister now plans to move 600,000 Palestinians to a camp in the ruins of the city of Rafah. That's just the first phase. Eventually wants to move the whole of the population of Gaza there. They're calling it a so-called humanitarian transit area, but there's no schools there, there's no medical provisions there, there are no any other facilities, and there are plans for forced screening. Now, CATS wants international partners to be involved in that. Will Britain oppose this, and can you guarantee us in this committee that no British companies or NGOs will be involved in those plans?
Well, we've been very clear that we don't support the aid foundation that has been set up. It's not doing a good job. Too many people are close to starvation. Too many people have lost their lives. We have led globally on our condemnation of the system that has been set up. What we do support are the work of organisations like the World Food Programme, who can play an important role. My understanding is actually over the last few days and weeks there have been better conversations between the UN agency system and Israel. So I'm surprised at the statements that I've seen from Mr. Katz over the last 24 hours. And as I've indicated, they run contra to the proximity to a ceasefire that I thought we were heading towards. So I wonder if there's some politicking going on for those within the government that for some reason standing opposed to this. But what you've described, I don't recognise as a serious context in which the people of Gaza can get the aid and support that they need at this time.
Britain will be opposing any such?
Yes.
Thank you.